Hey everybody, this is Evan with Whispers from the Void. How we doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm Phil David Desmond Intimates from Whispers from the Void 2. And you're not watching this time. You will watch, but right now it's on the audio because we are right now at RPM Fest 2024 in Massachusetts, Montague to be exact. And I'm with my good friend Evan.
Yep, the podcast is on the move. We made it to RPM Fest. We are looking forward to listening to all the good bands here. We're looking forward to exploring the vendors. Phil has already bought a guitar.
Yeah.
I have already bought figurines.
Yeah.
So our money is already going to a good cause.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. We're going to interview vendors. We're going to interview promoters. We're going to interview bands. We're going to interview basically... just concert goers, just anybody that wants to talk. Like, we're willing to talk. Like, really, it's just going to be a good time. And, I want to take a moment right now to give a shout out to Brian John for organizing such a great festival. Shout out to Chris, the media, and everyone else that is a volunteer doing security, doing food.
Yeah.
Just doing anything they can to make this thing happen. I really think that this is one of the better festivals out of the year.
Yeah.
Being small and personable. All these guys, they're walking around. You can talk to them. I know Brian's in Lich King. John's got Slime and Grind.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's a great time. And all these guys are really cool dudes. Really looking forward to it. I know Phil is... This circles this one every year on his calendar, so
exactly. Like, I fucking love RPM Fest. It's my second time here because, we went the first time we went 2 years ago in 2022. Unfortunately, 2023 was the day that we missed, but it's our second time here, and honestly, we will enjoy the fuck out of it. We will, like we just said, interview everyone we can. And have fun listening to good music, having some good food, and having some good beer.
I think right now it's Voices in Vain and Ninth Realm are playing.
Ninth Realm just played.
Actually, we should be seeing.
It's Voices in Vain right now,
Actually,
and
who's
maybe
up
there's... Who's up next? It's...
Abominog.
Abominog. I like this name.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you're not going to hear a lot of intros. What you are going to hear going forward is just a lot of interviews with everybody that we get to talk to. I highly suggest you check them all out. There's some really cool vendors here. So check everybody out. Listen to the bands. If you've never been here before, I highly suggest you take the time, come all 3 days.
Yeah.
And just get to hang out with everybody. It's really well put together, and it's a really good time.
All right. So, let's go for the interview, shall we?
Let's go.
To the interview cave.
Hey, guys. So, as we said before, we are now interviewing some of the cool vendors. So, as I said, I bought some really dope figurines from this place called Freak's Attic. I am actually here with the owner-operator, Cory. How's it going?
Hi, how's it going?
So I bought basically the whole band of Kiss figurines, and what was it exactly? It was like a horror
It was a Psycho Circus, so it's like if Kiss was part of a circus with these horror-ish themed, a clown that was kind of demented looking, and the ringmaster in a dark outfit, just your normal what you see at a circus, but a little bit more darker.
Yeah, it was their way of basically saying we're serious metal guys.
In a nutshell, yeah.
That's awesome. So Cory, exactly what is Freaks in the Attic?
So it's pretty much your horror needs or collectible needs. I do a bunch of Comic Cons, horror cons, rock shows, metal shows, and it's just for your fan of just different horror movies, new, old, figurines, collectibles, hair clips, you name it. I have a little bit of everything for everyone, so you won't be missed.
What is your favorite type of horror?
Slasher. Has to be slasher. House of 1,000 Corpses, Jason, Freddy, just that gory gut gut-wrenching.
The Rob Zombie, I like that. The House,
Oh, yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses, that's a good one.
Of course, Devil's Rejects was better, but
Yeah.
I'll be fair. Devil's Reject is my favorite movie.
out of the three, best out of the three.
Yeah, it's
Best
the best
out
out
of
of the
three.
three.
Oh, yeah.
I like the third one. The third one is pretty good, but I think Devil's Reject is like the peak of Rob Zombie's movies. I think
yeah.
like horror movie. Is it a horror movie? A little bit less. It's more like a road trip movie in a way.
Oh, the third one?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the second one also.
Yeah.
They're just like on the run, and then at the end, you know what happens.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil if you haven't watched.
You haven't seen it by now.
If you haven't seen it by
I
now,
would say
go watch
that
it.
was when did that? I don't even remember now.
Yeah.
It was like early 2000s when.
Oh, yeah. 2004?
Yeah. Because House of Thousand Corpses was 2000. And then there was a big gap between Devil's Rejects and then Three from Hell. So
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. No, I really enjoy, like we were talking before about, like, I enjoy, like, for Event Horizon, The Thing, like the John Carpenter. A little bit of body horror, but also, like, I love a good monster movie. I think actually one of the more recent ones I was impressed with was Ritual. That was on Netflix.
all right, I think
Yeah.
I had seen that.
That's just like-
I don't know if I've watched it quite
That's like
yet.
that's like a culty, little more. It's like a Norwegian folktale, like a play on that. Yeah. So it was pretty. I actually was
kind of like
kind
how
of
Krampus is
a
almost.
little bit, but I think it was a little more well done. It's one of those diamond in the roughs ones because sometimes when you go on Netflix, it's sort of a crapshoot. You never
Just
know.
like everything. It's like
Yeah.
how I got into Puppet Master.
yeah, yeah.
About puppets with human souls that kill people, but then they're good, but they're bad. It's super. It's interesting though.
So this is your first time at RPM Fest?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
So far, music, awesome vendors, great customers so far. Meeting a bunch of new people, catching up with some old friends that are vendors. It's just so far a good feel.
I know I've always been very impressed. It's really cool to see that there's all sorts of very unique vendors and stuff, and you're no short shy of that. You know, everything you have here is very awesome. So if you guys ever find yourselves at any kind of festival, any kind of show, any kind of convention,
Yeah.
you see Freaks in the Attic, go say hi to Cory.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Hey guys, how's it going? We're continuing our interviews here at RPM Fest, and actually we're at the Bonginator merch table right now. No members at the moment, but we do have two very cool people here with us. We have Vic and Mary.
Hello.
Hello.
So Mary is formerly of Just Flesh,
Yep.
and Vic is in RSI.
Yes, I am.
What did you do? What do you do in RSI?
I am the vocalist.
Vocalist.
Yes.
Awesome. What kind of band is it?
Death grind. So
Oh,
just
wow, that's fast.
gross but fun. Yeah.
We love gross and fun.
Mary, what was Just Flesh?
Just Flesh, I was one of two vocalists. It was male-female vocals, and it was a hardcore punk band.
Hardcore punk.
Hey.
See, that's the beauty about coming to RPM Fest. It's not just metal. You have a wide variety of all sorts of different genres and stuff.
It's diversity
Oh,
in
absolutely.
all colors and whatever you can find.
Is this your guys' first time at the festival?
This is my third.
Your
This
third.
is my first time here. I'm
Yeah.
very stoked to be here. Everyone's
Nice.
so fucking nice. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, what do you guys think of it so far this year?
I'm having a blast. I visited quite a few vendors already. The food rules. Everyone is so kind too. It's a lovely community here.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. I love RPM Fest.
I mean, I'm still blown away. They've been doing it for like 10 years.
I know. Oh
What-
my God.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
As far as like small time festivals, you know, like we were actually just talking to Cory over there at Freaks in the Attic, and we were talking about the Thompson, the one
Yeah.
that was supposed to happen in Connecticut, that just turned into absolute shit.
Yeah, the Capulet Fest.
So
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar.
Oh, it's a whole thing. We'll tell you after. But basically, to have a festival like this where everything's just so official, like Brian and John just got their shit together. You know, it's
Yes.
very nice. You know, it's a
Yeah.
good
A
place.
lot goes into this sort of thing, and it's beautiful to witness. They care a lot about their people.
Honestly, I'm coming from Canada, and me coming in RPM Fest, honestly, is because the show is fucking good.
Yes.
The festival is fucking good. That's why I come from fucking Canada to see that.
That's beautiful. That's sick.
So tell us a little bit about RSI. You guys like a small-time local band? Do you guys kind of tour around like the New England area?
Yeah, so RSI, short for Retained Surgical Instruments. We have gone on tour. We've actually been to Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah, we played at Trackside, another place I don't remember the name of.
You've been to Montreal, so Trackside. What is the other? You just went to Montreal
I think.
or Quebec City?
Both.
La Source de la Martinière, maybe? La
Ooh,
Source?
I don't remember.
Or Lanty?
I'm not
the anti.
positive.
That's
Not positive.
okay.
But I had a blast. I loved Canada, for real. I loved the nightlife. And then we have played many shows around New England as well, trying to get down south in the fall, you know. Yeah, we play around.
How long have you guys been a band?
We formed, I think, less than 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And you guys are already touring. That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
former member Ron from Bonginator.
Oh, yes. So one of our members, Ben, is a member in Bonginator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Ron.
Yes, and Ron used to be the bassist of Bonginator, so there's a lot of crossover there.
I always forget bassist.
Yeah, right. So yeah, lots of touring experience there.
That's awesome. Is there any place that you guys want to play in particular?
Ooh.
Any festival, any location? You can't say St. Vitus, unfortunately, because
Oh, for
They
the
closed.
days. Well, I think it'd
Big
be
shame.
a dream to, first of all, play RPM. Hello. And then any of the larger Middle East venues like Sonia and Downstairs. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't played those. We played Upstairs once. This just a venue that I've been going to for years. All of my favorite bands go through. So if I could open for one of them once, that'd be like really sick.
have you guys played at Ralph's in Worcester?
We have not actually working on it.
That's Codex
Obscura.
Obscura, yes.
It's my friend Kevin.
Really?
say.
Yeah.
I met him before. He declined to come on the podcast.
He's
But
a-
this
he's-
was a while ago. But he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
I went
Nice.
to the show when he got Dead Congregation show up.
He
That
gets
is
insane bands.
that's a huge get.
He gets really insane bands.
I think they've only been
They're
here a
having
couple
Skeletal Remains soon, actually.
Oh my God,
up there.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
that's a sick
That's
show.
like the next big
oh.
one that's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really good.
I'm always very impressed. Honestly, as far as like venue size and the bands that they bring in,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one of the best. It's insane.
You gotta buy tickets ahead or get there directly on time to get into some of these shows because they're so good and it's such a small room. They just built a new outside stage there as well. So if you have the chance to see bands outside there, I highly recommend it because that new outside stage is absolutely awesome and it's weirdly convertible. Like
Yeah.
they can close it off. They can have more like pyro stuff going on with it. So like when High Command wants to do their crazy shit with the fire and the swords and yeah, exactly. It's so exciting. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's totally cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there any places in Europe you guys would like to play?
Oh my God, yes. Offelfest, right? I believe it's Offelfest.
Yeah.
Helsinki because just grindcore, you know. And then Obscene Extreme,
Yeah.
that
Ooh.
festival. Oh my God, I love Party Cannon so much. So like we
really
love.
big party candidate.
Yes, because like RSI, we are just gross. Our most popular song is called "Cock on the Cob." It's about it's about eating a severed penis sideways, salt and butter, nothing
Wow.
crazy. You know, gotta season her up right. Maybe garlic if you're feeling like it. Yeah,
That's
literally.
awesome.
And so Party Cannon, they make just nasty slam, but they aren't afraid to have fun. And that's incredibly important to us. And Bonginator as well, you know, have just icky subjects, but like you not take yourself too seriously.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, it's funny about the everybody wants to play in Europe. Meanwhile, at the same time, I remember
Yeah.
Matt just played in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yeah,
What?
he played
He's also
Saudi
just played in
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Before Metallica. Metallica was supposed to do it.
We have
Cryptopsy
a-
did it first.
We have
Yeah.
a sudden member of Bonginator here.
Hi, how's it going?
Surprise.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack. I play bass for Bonginator.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
You enjoying the festival so far?
Yeah. This is like one of my favorite weekends of the year. This is like my 5th or my 6th.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love RPM Fest.
Dude, that's awesome. What was your favorite band scene here?
Oh, Acid Witch. Honestly, my very first year here, Acid Witch played, and they're one of my all-time favorites. But last year was Weed Eater, and they fucking killed it. And we got to hang out with Dixie Dave for like an hour and a half after the set. That was awesome.
Yeah.
There are a lot of magic moments. Mary drank 9 vodka crayons. So like I was saying, a lot of magical things happen at RPM Fest.
We're all about setting goals here, you know?
Yeah.
Breaking records.
That's what RPM Fest is for, to be an achiever.
That's awesome. We were just talking to Vic and Mary, sort of just about, Mary's former band and Vic's band, RSI. So I'll ask you similar, like...
Sure, yeah.
What is one place that you want to play absolutely?
Oh, Obscene Extreme Festival. Yep, Obscene
Yep.
Extreme. Yeah, out in Czech Republic. Oh my God, that's like my dream of dreams is to go over there and do Obscene
Isn't that
Extreme.
crazy? No one says Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, no one's saying
I don't even.
You know
when
what
I
I mean?
think about like metal overseas, Saudi Arabia doesn't really come to mind. I wouldn't think that there's a lot of
Top just
metalheads
played.
over there.
Yeah, I think Saudi
Like they were
Arabia.
one of the first bands. yeah.
Saudi Arabia is tough for bands.
I mean-
like Cryptopsy were lucky as fuck.
We thought Asia
Damn.
was bad.
Yeah.
Japan would be fun, but that's tough for us because we smoke a lot of weed and it's very illegal over there.
yeah, that's illegal, but they have a lot of weird stuff.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So let me get stoned while I do weird stuff, you know. But But Japan would be fun. The metal scene over there seems pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Are you guys here all weekend? You just here for today?
We're just here for today. This is my first year that I'm not here all weekend. We gotta
Wow.
leave. We're gonna leave tonight because we gotta head to Tennessee for Sunday. We're playing Muddy Roots Festival down in Tennessee. We go back up to Pittsburgh after that, over to
Damn.
Dayton, and then down to Illinois for Full Terror Assault.
Oh, dude, that's sick. You're
Very
action-packed this weekend.
This is a really, really busy tour week for us. Yeah. We're going
Yeah.
all over.
It's a hell of a place to start it, though.
Yes, no, and this is my first time playing RPM Fest, so I'm like, over the moon to be doing this. Again, I've been attending for a long time, so.
I could answer this question myself, so I'm going to, but I'm going to
Okay.
look at the set list here. And, it doesn't tell me. Oh, Four Phantoms. You're playing the Four Phantoms
Yep,
stage.
Four Phantom
Yeah.
stage, 5:30. Yep.
Have you had any Four Phantoms beer yet?
No, honestly, I haven't. I have to go over there. We have been running around like crazy all day today. This is normally I just lounge around and drink while I'm here, but I actually have to be responsible this year.
They got the Bong Wizard, 7% over there.
That
Pretty
sounds like
nice.
something for me.
It's fucking good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
ever find yourself out here in Greenfield area again, they're local to Greenfield, but they do have dirt weed,
Yep.
which is like a cannabis-infused beer.
I
Not
dig
exactly sure how they do it, but you definitely feel it. Yeah, double
I need
IPA, I'm
really
pretty sure.
strong doses for edible stuff. It really has to be up there for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a minimum of like 300 milligrams for me.
Damn.
Oh my god.
It's bad.
Yeah,
I
sit
wish
at
I was one
10,
of those people that gets
and
fucked
that's-
off 10.
Does me in.
I'm a 5 milligram girly.
Yeah.
No, literally.
I fucking wish, dude. I fucking wish.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but I'm scared.
Awesome. So
I'd
do
be
you
on
guys
that.
tour a lot? You like touring like
Yeah, and
basically-
we just picked up another run with Telekinetic Yeti. We're gonna be hitting the Midwest, up into Canada, Ontario area, and then into Quebec.
Ooh,
go.
you're
Yeah.
coming to Quebec.
Someone's going
Yep,
to Quebec.
we're
When
gonna be
in
in Quebec. We're doing Montreal and Quebec City.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we have our tour poster if you guys want to check that
Perfect.
out. And then after we do Canada, we're running along down the East Coast to about North Carolina. That's
I'll
where we
be at the
stop.
Quebec City show for sure.
That would be fucking awesome, dude. It's
I'll
gonna
be
be a
here
lot
too.
of fun.
Yeah, because I'm Canadian. You can hear it by my voice.
Yes, yeah. We love Canada. We fucking love going to Canada.
So I have a question. Do you like poutine?
yes, absolutely.
You love poutine?
Yes.
What is the best kind of poutine you have?
We
got
shoot.
more- we got
we got
more
Eric
members.
Thorsten just joined
Oh
in.
shit! Another guy joined.
So the best poutine I ever had up there, we were on our way from somewhere, I forget where we played. I think Ottawa, and then we were headed to Hamilton.
Yeah.
And we stopped at this, it was like a truck, like a big trailer, and I can't remember what these guys' names were. They were super friendly. We talked about like modding RVs and buses and about growing weed and growing
Damn.
mushrooms, and they gave me the best fucking poutine I had in my life. The cheese curds were squeaky, the gravy was fucking delicious, the fries were perfect.
Wow.
I wish I could fucking remember what they were called so I could shout them out right now, but they were so good.
Honestly, when you come to Quebec, like call me. I will like
Sure.
give you my number.
Yeah,
I will
give
give
me your
you my
info.
contact.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
Call me. I will show you all the good boutiques.
Please, dude, please.
Project Scissor Hash. We were on tour. That's we
Yep.
came to Canada together.
All right.
Yeah. Scissor Hash RSI did a
that's
Canada run last
great.
year.
There is also in Scissor Hash.
Yes, and Bonginator, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got lots of people
What's your
showing
name,
up.
youngster?
I'm Eric. I'm in Bonginator.
All right.
And we gotta go now.
Yeah, we gotta set up our set here. Thank you guys for doing this. If Mary might be able to talk more.
Me and Vic will
Oh yeah, no,
take it
thanks for taking the time, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks
We'll
for
be
the time.
watching. Go out there and kill it.
I'm gonna dip too because I have to set up some props for
Yeah.
those boys.
Absolutely.
It was lovely speaking to you.
Yeah,
For real.
thanks for taking the time, guys. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank
Good
you very
luck.
much.
We'll see you guys around. Yeah, so we're continuing our vendor interviews, guys. We are here with Carl with the Irony Jewelry.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for talking to us. You have some really unique stuff here. So what's the idea behind it you got going on?
Well, ADHD needed an outlet for my hands, and I decided to start working on chainmail jewelry. And I'm going to be honest, I failed as soon as I started.
Yeah?
And 6 months later, I picked it back up and ran with it. And it's my second year vending at RPM Fest, and even in that year in between, I've made leaps and bounds in my own personal craft.
How long have you been doing it?
I've only been doing it about 3 or 4 years at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
Your stuff is unique. It's unlike anything I've seen before, honestly. The idea is such a really rad and cool idea. How did you come up with it?
It was probably I saw something on like a TikTok or an Instagram reel, something like that, and I just said, that doesn't look too hard, and that's how all the hobbies end. But yeah, I picked it up, and I remember when I did it because my girlfriend said, don't do it, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
And I had to turn to her and say, well, let me fail then. And I failed and just picked it back up. And I'm really enjoying where I'm at now, and I can't wait to evolve further for next year's show.
I mean, I think we all need to fail to go back up. We all need to fail to learn something about ourselves and learn something about our craft and be like, okay, if I change that, will I get back up and will I get better? And in some case it works, some case it don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in your case, it really works because your jewelry is beautiful.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing RPM Fest?
This is my second year vending, and I came as a spectator the year before, but I think next year I might even step up into volunteering behind the scenes as well with sponsorships or something like that. I don't know. I got a lot of connections.
What do you think of the festival?
It's a fantastic time. The people are mostly pretty great. Heck, my kid's first mosh pit was here 3 years ago with Lich King. So it holds a spot for me, and I get to see my partner in her element because she's in first aid and running all over the place and helping everybody.
That's all. So she does first aid for RPM. That's awesome. Yeah. Shout out to what's her name?
Tanya.
Tanya. Shout out to Tanya.
Shout out to Tanya.
Keeping us healthy out here. you
Shout
know?
out to First Aid.
all you animals that don't drink water when it's at 100 degrees out. Poor Tanya's got to save your ass.
Wow.
I'd like to say you're wrong, but you're not.
Dude, this is awesome. I'm looking at some of this stuff. You primarily do necklaces. I see some earrings, some bracelets. Is there anything particular that you enjoy doing more? Is there something that's harder?
Right now, I'm really feeling what's called a Byzantine weave. So that's a very tight bracelet with an alternating pattern. I really like doing that one. I can kind of mindlessly do it now. I have a barrel weave, which is much harder for me. So that's something to conquer for next year. And then to get into the scale mail like I have for my earrings.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
It looks awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. I love all the colors. How do you get all the colors? Do you buy them like that? Do you dye them?
I buy them like that. It's mostly I work in anodized aluminum.
Okay.
So I can buy what are called jump rings, and I buy them by the ounce.
Really?
But as the bracelet that I'm making now, the 1 ounce should make maybe 3 of them if I'm
Awesome.
lucky.
Wow, that's fantastic.
But there's a whole range of colors throughout all of the different vendors.
I see you have some $5 beer discounts.
Absolutely. Go get me a beer and I'll take $5 off your bill.
Dude, that is so sick. It's so unique. It's something you don't see any other place other than the Irony Jewelry and RPM Fest.
Exactly.
Absolutely unique. It's awesome. Thank you for your time, Carl. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, we're continuing our band interviews right now. We are here with Lucas, who plays guitar in Voices in Vain. How you doing, Lucas?
Good, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me.
You were one of the first bands to play today,
Yes,
correct?
we are first on the main stage, I believe.
Yeah.
Second, I guess, overall in the day.
Yeah. How was it? You enjoying RPM Fest so far?
Oh, yeah. We've been having a great time. This is our first time here, and it's been so much fun. Everyone's really nice, helping us out. It's been really awesome. A lot of sick bands.
Where's your band located out of?
We're primarily based in Burlington, Vermont.
Burlington, Vermont.
Yep.
Not a far drive. No.
Terribly. I think
Not
for them it
terrible.
was like, I'm from Connecticut. We're all kind of all over.
Oh, really?
So it was like an hour and 15 for me, which was nice.
Oh, so you must be like right on the border.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like mid-state Connecticut.
So you play guitars?
I play guitar, yeah.
Yeah, so Phil just bought a guitar
Nice.
from our buddies over there in Rockland Music.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to say, if you have some time, check it out. Because
what kind of guitar?
I bought a Jazzmaster.
Oh,
it was
sweet.
like a Jagmaster. It's called a Jagmaster. It's a Squire
Yeah.
made in China.
Oh, sick.
But like, it's like silver sparkle.
That's awesome.
It's fucking awesome. And like, I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Jazzmaster.
Totally,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
the body shape. I
Yeah.
think it's well made and it's so good.
Yeah.
So
You said it's a Squire?
yeah, it's a
The ones
Squire.
made in China, I think, are like the ones that are really good, like
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah, it's very good, and also it's like
Yeah.
on the market they saw it's like $800. I got it half.
Oh, wow.
I got it at
yeah,
400.
That's a steal, for sure. Nice.
That's a fucking
yeah, I'll have to
steal.
come check it out.
Honestly, go check it out. The
You have it
guy,
over there?
the
Oh,
guy
yeah,
is
no.
over there. They got
Rob's a good
good
guy.
guitars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's got all sorts of pictures of, he's got all kinds of different styles and everything
Yeah.
like that. Very knowledgeable, great guy. Doesn't really advertise, so nice hole in the wall kind of opportunity there.
There's a lot of good vendors here.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super impressed with all the vendors. Every time we come back, there's always somebody new.
How many times have you guys been here?
Actually, not too many times. Twice.
Twice,
Yeah,
I think?
twice.
Yeah.
Twice, yep.
We've been
Nice.
here twice.
Yep.
This
This
is
our
our first time
first
as
year.
media.
Okay,
It's
cool.
first time as media because last time we were here like as guests.
Yeah, yeah.
We were just here just to watch the show and
Sure,
all.
sure.
And we just did like an interview with Brian, which is the organizer.
Okay, yeah.
And of Lich King.
Yeah, and Lich King also, which is a
Nice.
fucking great band from Massachusetts. Go listen to Lich King, people.
So I'll ask you the cliche question that we
Sure.
haven't asked anybody else yet. How did you get into this genre?
This genre.
Into the band, etc.
Okay, well-
it's always an interesting
Yeah,
path, right?
I mean, for the longest time, I was just listening to like classic rock, playing guitar, playing AC/DC, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then slowly, just got into heavier stuff. These guys mainly got me into heavier music.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we were in college is when we met the band as what we are now, basically. And then, then that was it.
Just kind of took it from there.
Took it from there. Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's always interesting to see the path. You
Yeah.
know, how it happened. I started with Van Halen.
Same.
Yeah.
I
It
would
was
say,
Van Halen,
Yep.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Motley Crue. The classic hair guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I started with Aerosmith.
Nice.
I started because I'm from Quebec, Canada.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of French band.
Yeah.
From punk to rock to metal.
Sure.
And also like I started from here, and we have a good metal scene in
Yeah.
Quebec. So like the Cataclysm, we got the Cryptopsy and all.
Yeah.
And like I just went over there, and so good. And
That's
I just
awesome.
discover every fucking day.
Yeah, Aerosmith was my first concert, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, the other bands I started is like, I started with punk rock mostly,
Yeah.
Green Day,
Yeah.
Simple Plan.
Sure, yeah. That stuff was all such a like good gateway, though.
Yeah,
And then
it's
you're
good
just- yeah.
gateway bands.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Nothing wrong with
Disturb.
it. Yeah, I mean, I still listen to Disturb.
Their service
Yeah.
is still good. Well, the old stuff.
Old
The
stuff.
new
I still, yeah, no,
I'm
I listen to
not-
that album.
Yeah.
That's like, you know,
Yeah,
Liberate
the
on
last
it
album
and
they
everything.
released, I was like, yeah, not sure.
Yeah, no.
How long have you guys been a band?
We're about 10 years in now.
10 years, huh? You guys do a lot of touring.
We did, like, off the bat, we've kind of been trying to do a little smarter now, just so it's not so, like,
Yeah.
you know, because
Well,
it's
with
a
everybody
lot of
being
money
spread
to,
out.
yeah.
For sure.
But at the time, yeah, we were, like, gung-ho and trying to go to different places and, you know.
What was your
Yeah.
favorite tour?
Oh, I think the one we did right after college. We all graduated, and then we went out for like a month and a half.
Really?
Yeah, and that was just, a long time.
How was it for you guys during COVID?
COVID was rough. So we're actually about to put out an album in October, and we started recording in 2020, right when so we were, I think, in March, and that same week we were there, I got the call that I wasn't going back to work and everything was shutting down, you know?
Damn.
So that delayed the album a lot, so it's just been kind of, waiting.
So 4 years in the making.
4 years in the making, yep.
How
Yep.
long's the album going to be?
It is 10 or 11 songs, I want to say.
Oh,
About
nice.
30, 35 minutes. Yep.
Are you guys under a label?
No.
No? So
No.
self-produced?
Yep,
and
yep.
Awesome.
That's
Yep.
nice.
Yeah.
We need those kind of bands.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, I love labels. We all love labels. They
Yep.
can like put everything in their pocket just to like to
Yeah.
be more known.
Yep.
But I think as independent, you can get like if you just work and hustle,
Right,
you can get your
right.
name out there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I find Shadow of Intent really kind of blew the doors off of that one.
Yeah,
When they
exactly.
first emerged, YouTube guys just
Exactly.
randomly
Yeah,
putting out
yeah.
music and stuff, and the industry didn't really know what to do with that. So
Yeah, I mean, it's even now, like, the TikTok shit, that still they don't know what to do with that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like. So it's, like, always something. But, yeah.
is there any? Are you guys here all weekend?
We're here for today, and then we have a show tomorrow.
Oh, really?
But we would like to stay the whole weekend because it's
Yeah.
fun.
It is sick.
I want to camp out or something. I feel like that's fun.
What bands would you want to see that are on the bill for this weekend?
Yeah, let's see. There's quite a few. We really loved Luxury Funeral. We just saw them,
Yeah.
and that was sick. Definitely want to see Jasta,
9 o'clock tonight.
Yep, our
9
good,
o'clock
good
tonight,
friends
Jasta.
Ragtime,
Ragtime, yep.
Extinction AD. Yeah, no, honestly, all these bands sound really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong's good. Misery Index might be the most known name on there, I would
Yep.
imagine. Goblet, I've seen them here before. They're great.
That's sick.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Happy you guys are here.
Same, yeah.
Happy that you guys are still kicking 10 years out, even
Exactly.
with the COVID stuff. Looking forward to the album.
Thank you, yeah.
Are you able to tell us a
We're
little bit
excited.
about it?
Yeah, so it's The Only Love I Know. October 18th is when it comes out. We released a single about a couple weeks ago, Control the Race.
Yep.
And we have another single coming out maybe in a couple weeks from now.
You guys got an active band camp?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're pretty much on everything. That,
Well, there's some things we don't talk about. You know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
Band camp. If you want to support anybody, band camp's the way to go.
Bandcamp
If you
is
had
the
to
way.
pick one, Apple Music. Like, come on.
Yeah, no,
Bandcamp.
it's like even being on Spotify and all that stuff. I mean, I don't think it really,
Yeah.
But at least it's everywhere so people can hear it. That's all I really care about. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Lucas,
great.
thank you very much for
Thanks
your
for
time.
thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Man.
it.
Thanks for talking with me. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. And keep enjoying the festival.
Thanks. You too, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys, we're continuing our band interviews. We are here with King from Deceased, the founder. Imagine that, huh? That's crazy. How long has Deceased been around?
Coming up on 40 years. It's actually 40 years right now,
years.
but we changed. We used to be called Mad Butcher, and we had a name called Evil Axe in 1984. And so basically in 85, we changed it to Deceased at the beginning of 85. So we're going to celebrate it next year as 40, but it's 40 right now.
Why did you change the name?
We were just kids. Evil Axe is a dumbass name, as you guys probably can tell. But when you're 16 It's a cool name.
It's awesome.
But no, we wanted something. We were going to go. We were in this for the long run. And Deceased came into my mind January '85, and that's when we changed it over.
40 years. That's insane. So you've been probably to all the old venues and.
I've done it all, man. I'm originally we're out of Virginia. We were the first death metal band in the Northern Virginia area. Nobody knew what we were doing back playing shows and parties doing Bathory covers and Hyrax and Slayer before Slayer took off even. We were doing like Hell Awaits material and Show No Mercy stuff at parties. Nobody knew what that was. They were calling it punk rock, but we were calling it death metal from the grave.
Is there now like a real good contingency of bands and stuff that come out of Northern Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, it's still no big stronghold like Florida was in the 90s or Texas or even California is, but yeah, bands, we let a lot of bands on. There's bands like Abominog, Morbius, for some bands that came from there. There's a newer band, Desolus, that's, I think they're more of a Maryland thing, but it's kind of we always called it a tri-state thing. It was a Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland thing. And we do all the shows back in the day. You're talking 89, 88, 90. We were starting to play these places. And we brought all our friends down. We brought our bands that were coming up then, like Suffocation and Ripping Corpse and Revenant. A lot of the older bands. I mean, I'm 56 years old, guys. Okay.
Well, I'm 28, and it's already over.
Yeah, he is. He's bald as hell here, folks.
So, Virginia, way back then, how did you manage to get into Slayer, metal, etc.? How did you manage to find it?
Well, basically, when my dad died at 27. He died of cancer. I was 5, and my mom had to work 3 jobs to keep me and my sister. So she would have her sister, my aunt Marlene, watch me, and I would pull out her records as a little kid, whether it be the Beatles or Led Zeppelin or Grateful Dead, whatever it was, just as a kid. And I discovered the Beatles, and the Beatles became my first love of music. A few years later, it became Kiss. Kiss was my thing, and then I started noticing I liked the more faster, more aggressive Kiss songs like I Stole Your Love or Love Gun or I Want You, which were like their more heavy metal songs of the 70s, if you want to call it that. So then I found my Van Halen's, which was a little bit more up-tempo and more intense, which led into my Ted Nugent's, your Barracuda from Heart, things you heard on the radio, your Heartbreaker from Pat Benatar. Next thing I know, I'm like, I want to hear this stuff. Got into my Sabbath, my Judas Priest, my Iron Maiden, and then I started finding out about there was underground music like the Metal Blade catalog, which was like Warlord, Betsy Bitch, and then it just led to like Slayer, Merciful Fate, Venom, Voivod, all those bands of the time, and we just went from there. And then I got into tape trading, and we had our band. And I learned about underground bands that didn't even have records out yet, that were basically like cassette bands. And they're like, all these bands, they're great. They don't have to have records out to be great. And I realized it too. So it just kind of, that. And there was also a natural love for punk rock and that kind of stuff too. I was a big Wendy O. Williams Plasmatics kind of fan, and the Ramones, and of course, that kind of stuff. And then the ones that kind of teetered on both, like a Motorhead or something like that, you know, Discharge, etc.
And then obviously out of Florida, like you mentioned, all the big death metal bands started coming out.
Yeah, we knew all those guys.
Everything
a lot
like
of those guys were our friends and stuff. We're still friends with a lot of those guys that started Malevolent Creation, things like that, and Monstrosity. George that sings for Cannibal Corpse these days. He's an old friend of mine. He knows he arm wrestled me and lost. I still love them. I love those guys. They do what they do, man. They've lasted forever. They've seen the world, man, and more power to them.
How do you feel about the scene now after all these years? Do you feel like is it better? Is it, how has it evolved?
It's seen through older eyes. I've seen a lot of, the changes in things, whether it be the internet or things. I mean, growing up with us, you had to really, I just told you had to buy the records. You had to live it. You had to do a lot more. Now you can just go to Google and you can become whatever you want to become. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. You have to have that passion. It isn't something you can just snap your fingers like a Google. You don't go ask Google, what Slayer's first record was. And then, it's now Show No Mercy. And you're walking around like you've known Slayer since day one. It's not that. It's you got to have a respect for your elders. You got to have a understanding of the past, but you can live off it. You can go forward. You can push your own thing, and playing here today is cool and all. We've got people that came out and seen us a few months ago. We played on a tour with Exorder and Violence. We were up at the Middle East, and we met a lot of younger people. And I saw some early. I'm like, hey, I remember you guys being crazy and jumping off the stage and all this, and good to have you. And they can't be more than 20, 21 years old. And I'm 56, but it's great. I was that same kid back then. I was the one going to see your Ravens or know as a kid, or Queensryche in a bar before they were anybody. I was that guy. I mean, I love music, and so do they. So it is what it is. The death metal scene today, bands try. You know, I wish a lot. I do say this. I wish some more bands would look for more of an original approach than just rehashing something that's already rehashed, that's been rehashed. Because it's a few decades on now. Yeah. But I mean, to each their own. I wish everybody well, and you know, we're having a blast here at this thing today.
Is this the first time that you've been here to
at the RPM Fest? It is.
Yeah. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's great. I mean, we're sitting over there just shooting the shit, waiting to play at the merch booth. People coming over, talking to us. Some people know who the hell we are because they followed us forever. Some young kids won't discover us. If they do, if they come see us play, maybe they'll dig it, maybe they won't. It's all their own thing. We do our own style, but everybody we meet, we're just like we're all brothers and sisters in this together.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any bands on the bill particularly that you would want to see play? I know you guys you're not here for the whole weekend. You're only here for today because you guys got another show
Misery
going on.
Index are friends of ours. They're playing, I think, tomorrow, Sunday. I'm not sure which day.
They're those Sunday
guys,
headliner.
Okay, they're the Sunday headliner. Yeah, I mean, they're always nice to see those guys and tell jokes with them, Jason and the guys. But, you know, Bob and all of our local buddies from Virginia, they played earlier today. It was cool to see them out. We're trying to, you know, they've been around a long time, too. They're probably coming up on, I think they're like late 80s, so they're not far behind Deceased. Yeah. You know, so it's cool. I mean, just everybody having fun more so. I'm an old fart. I love I'm going to go see Saxon or Y&T or something, but
Yeah, that's awesome. I think one of the coolest bands I saw was in Ralph's in Worcester. We saw Dead Congregation come out of Greece.
Yeah,
and I thought that was awesome because that's a band that you never really get to see a lot.
Sure,
the visa issues are insane.
I mean, I can imagine the trip from Greece to there.
What's the craziest country or venue or place that you've actually played before? You know, you said that you were over in.
We've been a lot of places. We've had some crazy shows in Prague. We played a crazy festival in Mexico. We always have a blast in Texas. I mean, for America, Texas, there was a place called the Lost Well that sadly is going out of business. That might be the best metal club in the country. We've had legendary fun shows up in Reggie's in Chicago. Yeah. Things like that. We love going into Canada. We played Wacken. We've done Keep It True in Germany. You know, they're all fun. I mean, house parties are playing to 30,000 people in Germany. It's the same to me. I just go there to have fun, man. It's all about entertaining ourselves and playing the best we can do and just hanging out, man.
Have you ever played, before it closed, St. Vitus?
Oh, absolutely. We played St. Vitus probably 8 to 10 times.
Yeah.
Great people there.
Very sad to see that venue go. You know, just New York again, killing a good thing. You know,
we're in New York tomorrow. We're playing a Brooklyn Fest to a dear friend of ours named Ed Farsty, and he does a thing called the Rage of Armageddon. And he's got us. He's got Nasty Savage coming up from Florida tomorrow. He's got Detente, who's an old time band from West Coast, are coming out, and Blood Feast, who've been around forever, and Morbid Saint, and our buddies in Abominog are playing too in Kontusion. We're doing a 3-day run this weekend with those two bands, and that's cool, you know, to see that these days. And Ed was the one that got us in all those St. Vitus shows. Yeah. We played there. I think the last time we played there was with Bulldozer, who came from Italy, and we did a tour with them, and we went through there, and it was about 300 fucking kids in that little fucking room, man.
All right, I got 2 more questions for you. Favorite Deceased album?
Supernatural Addiction from 2000, Relapse Records 2000. I think it was our 1, 2, 3rd, 4th full-length album.
Really? Yeah.
Something about it, just the songs and the lyrics and the whole vibe of recording it, just still to this day come off the best.
Yeah. No, you're good. We're good friends with Matt McGackie of Cryptopsy. Yeah. And when he first emerged into the band, following guys like Lord Worm, Mike DeSalvo, there was a lot of pushback that happened. How have you seen, being a vocalist yourself, how have you seen the vocals sort of evolve in metal as a whole?
Well, if you're speaking of death metal, I'm not a big fan of the grr all day long. I like to pronunciate all my words. I like to go heavy. I like to put myself in a league with like a Kronos from Venom, where the words are audible. I'm not cup the mic and brr kind of guy. I'm not you. People can see it and may disagree because they don't really know it, but I'm trying to sing every fucking word I say. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to do that. As far as that other stuff, bands, some guys want to be the lowest tone, some want to be the loudest screamer, other guys want to do whatever. You know, if you're talking heavy metal, you got the guys that grew up with Ronnie James Dio style or Rob Halford, which turned into Jeff Tate's and Bruce Dickinson's and that stuff. It's a case to case. Some guys can be great singers but have no personality in their voice. I, for one, would rather hear a Bon Scott or an Ozzy or a Snake from Voivod, who are not quote-unquote singers, but they have a personality and a charm to them that goes a long way with me. Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols is another one. They're not singers, and I don't think I'm a singer either, but I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, and I got a charm about me. I'm not saying that, but I try to be, we read a lot of Doom Latin tales, and I try to go from the victim to the one causing the doom, almost like you're acting a little bit, and that's important to me too. But you got to give a good show. You got to put the power behind it. Put the gorilla chest out there. Don't just be a sissy bitch. Give it your all. And I know Cryptopsy forever. I know Flo from back in the day. Yeah, absolutely. And they do their thing.
Still the only original member.
Yeah, the original member. He's a fucking great drummer, honestly.
I know all those bands. Voivod are best friends of mine. Aggression are great friends. These are Canadian bands. Soothsayer is an old band. Yog Sothoos is another. Cataclysm. These are bands we've played with here and there. We know them all. I mean, it's all a family in underground if you let it be.
Will you come to Canada again?
We will be in Canada in March. I want to say we're going to be in Calgary.
Okay.
We are going to be in Montreal, and we are going to be in Toronto. I can't tell you who we're touring with. We're supporting a classic band from the 80s that's coming back and doing a tour, and we'll be with them, and we'll be up there in March 2025. We will be there.
Is there a Quebec City date, maybe?
Is there a what?
Quebec City date? If there is one.
I don't want to lie to you. I don't. I kind of swear it was Ottawa. And maybe it was Quebec and not Ottawa. I don't know. It's definitely one of the Toronto. I know it's that one's at the Piranha Club in Montreal.
Yeah. Okay, Piranha Club is good. Yeah.
Okay, and the band we're playing with, it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool because we're going to get to play all our weird shit too. And it's not Voivod, unfortunately. But we're going out, and I can't say who it is because it's not time to say it. But we are 100% coming to Canada in March 2025.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, I lied. I got one more. Do you have one crazy story from over the years that you could share, whether it was playing at a venue or touring or etc.?
People always say this one, so I'll just keep saying it. I am the guy that drank a quart of motor oil.
Really?
We ran out of beer one night, and I drank an entire quart of motor oil. Dan Lilkler was sitting with me from Nuclear Assault, and we were out of beer, and I said, fuck it, I'm drinking this motor oil. I opened it and drank the whole fucking quart. He put it to his lips when it was gone, and he's like, I was like, motherfucker, you didn't drink it, but you were there. And people are like, no way, you'd have died, or you'd have shit yourself, or you'd have done something. I didn't get sick, nothing, but years later, this girl said, I don't believe you. We were at a party in an apartment in Virginia years later. I don't believe you. No one could do that. You're lying. You're just trying to look cool in the room or whatever. I said, get another quart of motor oil right now, and I'll do it again. She couldn't find one in the house, so she gave me Wesson cooking oil. You familiar with what I'm talking about? It's called Wesson.
Yeah.
And I drank that. She didn't have the other one. and I shit myself like a dog fucking shitting cinder blocks. But yeah, that's something. A quart of motor oil. As far as show, we've had so many. I guess I'll say this: when we were playing with Pig Destroyer in D.C.
Oh wow!
And we have a song called "Morbid Shape in Black." It's a song about when I used to smoke PCP when I was a kid, a dummy, and I saw these weird creatures. Anyway, the song was going on. Show ended. I walked over and I said, "Hey, man. I don't mean to be weird or anything, but why does it smell like somebody shit themselves in here?" And the guy said, "You don't know what happened when you were playing." I said, "What did?" He goes, "This guy fell down. His organs started coming out of his ass."
What?
And I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, the ambulance came, immediately took him out of here. But that's what happened." So,
holy crap.
And I was like, wow, Morbid Shape in Black was the tune. And so from then on out, for a lot of years when we did that song, I would always call it Morbid Shape in Brown for obvious things. But that's something, and if the guy ever hears this or anybody that knows him, I hope he recovered. I don't want to make a joke out of something. That was definitely a serious thing.
Yeah.
But he literally, his organs started coming out of his ass. They took him out of there. He was sick. And that can't be good.
Oh, my God.
But that's something weird that happened on things.
That is
Other than that, we just play death metal from the grave and have a blast. And by the way, we have a new album out today called Children of the Morgue on Hill's Headbangers. It's our let's see, I guess it's our 8th, 9th full-length album for the years, done besides EPs, live records and stuff. It's out today. It's called Children of the Morgue. If you want to hear it, you can hear it.
You guys got an active band camp?
Mostly just, I do a lot of that stuff on my Facebook. Just people come
Gotcha.
talk to me. Kingsley, King Fowley, find me there. Or King Doomstone, KingDoomstone @yahoo.com is my email for bookings or talking about the old days or how to drink a quart of motor oil and get away with it. Whatever you need.
We'll put all those at the bottom.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Right there.
However you work it.
Yeah, absolutely. King.
Thank
An
you guys. You guys
absolute
are
pleasure.
fun.
Thank you.
And I seen this man's beard. His beard was headbanging, so you guys are heavy metal. I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. And I
Absolutely.
wish
Thank you.
everybody listening or anywhere else in the world, take care of yourself, be well, and you guys, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, we're continuing our band interviews here. We are with Mark from Kontusion. We actually got to see his set over at Wicked and Rowan, the stage over there, and just two guys, absolutely punishing, killer. I was blown away, honestly.
Appreciate it.
Where's the band from?
I am from New Jersey, and Chris is in DC, and we practice mostly in DC.
Yeah.
So you could say we're kind of centered around the East Coast, Northeast.
How long have you guys been a band?
We've been jamming, off and on for years, but we came up with the idea to be Kontusion about 2 years ago, little over 2 years ago.
Awesome. Have you guys been touring a lot?
We've been trying to, doing a lot of road gigs. We've been doing a lot of writing as well of new songs, and yeah, we have more coming up. We have a lot more coming up. We're still we're a new band.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've only been going for 2 years, so doing the road gigs, it's cool getting out there, and as a new band, you're doing new stuff. Even if you've been doing music for a long time, Chris and I have had a lot of bands over the years, but even this being a new project, it still feels new. There's still lessons to learn. There's still evil to be committed. You know what I mean? It's not like, even though, how many festivals we've played and done now, it's always something new and different,
Yeah. Forever evolving.
Yeah, evolving, which is good, which is a good thing.
What do you think of RPM Fest so far? This is your first time?
Yeah, this is my first time. It's been pretty cool. It's been really organized. Very friendly staff. We love to see that. The people working here are mad cool. The people attending seem chill as fuck. I saw a dude walking around with a bong. I was like, that's pretty old school, I guess you could just do that again, and he seemed chill as fuck. Somebody told me that they saw him put it down and start moshing, and I was like, that's cool. So,
yeah, he might have been watching Bonginator.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It was tough to see. That mosh pit was so active and just so brutal. It was awesome.
Honestly, the Bonginator set was so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
It was so fucking good. I saw
maybe
that.
That does explain why there's a man just walking around with a bong then.
Yeah, no.
Technically, tomorrow there's another band called Bongzilla, which
Bongzilla.
They are like the band if we talk about weed and stuff. They are one of those bands. They are perfect. I love Bongzilla.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is your only night here, and then going to New York. You're playing with Deceased.
Yes, Deceased and Morbid Saint and Detent. Rage of Armageddon Festival, number 7 at the Brooklyn Monarch.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, should be pretty cool.
Out of all the bands, that you've been able to see on the list as far as these 3 days, is there any bands that you would want to see?
Today?
Not necessarily today, but even just on the Saturday, Sunday ticket too.
Well, the band who I think is playing next on our stage, Anthropophagius, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah.
They have a long name. They're very awesome. They are also kind of a newer death metal band, maybe 3 years now. They have a couple records, and they're killer. Their records are really killer. and it's cool that we're playing the same stage as well. That was also the first time that I saw Abominog, and they were really cool too. They're like a long-standing death metal band from Maryland, I believe. Yeah, but they were really great. Obviously Deceased. I'm intrigued to see Josta.
Yeah.
As well. I Hatebreed, obviously, I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
The first 2 Hatebreed records. I was a teenager when those records dropped, and I was like, hell yeah.
Really a band that kind of sort of paved the way when it came to, exposing the genre. And, his vocals delivery was so different compared to everybody else and so unique. So, they immediately kind of jumped out in the forefront.
Yeah. I like the riffs. I like the vocals. They were a very cool band,
Are there any vendors out here that you've checked out so far?
I haven't really had the chance to, because we kind of got here and then loaded in, and then it was a little hectic because it's like the first day of this road trip, so a lot happened. They have a lot of cool stuff though. Like I've been meaning to check it out. I was heading in that direction. I finally we finished playing. I cleaned up, went over to the merch, made sure everything was in order, and then I was like, let me check this out. But she told me she was like, oh, there's some podcast guys. They're looking for you, and I was like, I'll keep an eye out for the backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we appreciate you taking the time. I mean, there's some cool ones. There's actually a guy called the Irony Jewelry. He's way back in the little corner over here. But he does, like, chainmail jewelry.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's pretty dope.
That's
Just
cool.
the techniques and stuff like that are Carl. Shout out Carl.
It's fucking good. Shout out Carl.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chainmail.
Yeah, chainmail jewelry.
Maybe I'll get some drip.
The Irony Jewelry.
Maybe. It would work. It's definitely worth a look.
Cool.
And then obviously, being a musician, we also have our boy over there, Rob, that sells guitars, Rockland
cool.
Music. Actually, Phil bought one today.
I bought one today.
You bought a guitar?
Yeah, I bought a guitar
What'd you
today. I got a Jazz Master.
Oh, very cool.
It's like
very
it's called
cool.
a Jag Master. It's a Squire, but it's silver sparkle. There's
Very
silver
cool.
sparkle on the guitar, and I was
okay.
dude, I
very
need
rock
a guitar
and roll.
like this.
Very rock
Yeah.
and roll. Very glam.
Very glam, but also you can use it for other genres.
Yeah,
like
for real.
Stoner, for example.
That's true. Yeah, no, very true.
Like it's two humbuckers.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Or
I
like
could
black
use it.
metal, You'd
Why
be like,
not?
check out my icy tone, my icy paint job. Yeah, fucking
Look at
evil,
my silver sparkle.
evil spark. But like sometimes when you go so far the other way, it comes back around.
It's the silver sparkle of evil.
I fuck with it.
I got one more for you. You guys
All
are a
right.
two-piece right now. Is it always going to be?
No.
No.
We just recently at Maryland Death Fest played as a 4-piece, which is what I would like us to be a 4-piece. But I mean, we did when we did the demo. We did it as a 2-piece. That's easier because multi-tracking and such. And our LP that we are working on right now, that will also be done just me and Chris, as well. So there is elements of that. I would. It just sounds. It sounds more full as a 4-piece. To me. Obviously, I mean, it was cool, though. This is actually the second incarnation of us. We did it a little bit different. I don't want to give away the secrets, because that's not evil. There needs to be some fucking mystery, or
we don't need all the trade secrets.
Yeah, but we did it. What we're doing on this run with Deceased, and what we did earlier today at RPM Festival in lovely Montague, Massachusetts. Was a totally new version. So that was the first time that we did that right there, basically.
Well, I got to tell you, as far as stage presence and command, you guys got it. just as a 2. I mean, and that's rare as far as I'm concerned. I do see a lot of like, the 3s and 4s and stuff like that, but you guys just take control. It was in your face. Everything you want in your death metal. It was amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Exactly. Honestly, like I heard the sound, I was like, yo, that sounds epic.
We
So
heard
I
it
go
from
in
over there, and I was like, what is that?
I go in front, and I'm just like, where's the bass? Oh my God, there's just 2 people. This sounds so good.
Yeah. Blew us away.
It's split, but I'll leave the mystery alive.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Well, we appreciate you taking
Fuck
the
yeah.
time.
Oh, thank you guys, man.
We hope
It's awesome meeting you.
We hope you have a good trip, and good luck in the rest of your shows this weekend.
Thanks. Appreciate it. And I hope your interviews go well. And keep it fucking evil.
Absolutely.
Let's go evil.
Ooh, awesome. All right, guys. Hey, we're here continuing our vendor interviews here at RPM Fest. We're here with Analog Assault. We have Brendan here.
Hey, how you doing?
And we also have his buddy Tim.
What's up?
Tim's just hanging out with him, just having a good time.
He doesn't really do much.
Just like everybody else, we're all just having a good time out here. But it's so dope to talk to you because Analog Assault, it looks like what we have here is a ton of movies, a ton of vinyls, all sorts of different paraphernalia. It's awesome.
All kinds of stuff. Anything band related, I got it.
Yeah.
T-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Just physical media in general, I have plenty.
Where do you find a lot of your stuff? You don't have to give away any trade secrets, but
I find them on the side of the road.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes, once in a while, you'll be driving past a house that has boxes on the side of the road and you get lucky. But no, I usually get them from like flea markets, tag sales, Facebook. All that kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You got to dig. You got to really get, like Mudvayne said.
What's one of your favorite things that you have here for sale?
Oof, man. I got a lot of awesome metal, punk, and hardcore cassette tapes, which is pretty cool because, and they're like originals too, not like some of the. I know some bands are putting them out now, but I got some awesome original stuff, which I'm kind of proud of.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cassettes. Cassette trading was huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you ever get into cassette trading?
I didn't actually. I feel like I was a little young for that, but I did buy a lot of cassettes because I didn't really have a lot of friends. So I just kind of did my own thing, and then I'm gonna go to what was called Strawberries at the time, and that was bought by FYE. But I would go there and buy my cassette tapes, mostly singles, because I was a poor little shithead too. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Recording off the radio was big for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to record off the radio all the time.
I guess, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
That's dope. So you guys are going to be here all weekend?
Oh, hell yeah.
All 3 days?
All weekend, slinging our goods, seeing some awesome metal bands.
Drinking some beers.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys made it over the Four Phantoms yet? That
we
booth over there?
actually did. We just saw a couple.
So we didn't have it at the brewery,
oh, not the brewery,
but
but
we went to the stage.
Yeah, you went to the
We
stage
just
there?
saw Bonginator rip it up.
Oh,
It
yes.
was awesome.
Ripping bongs and ripping
yeah.
Do you guys
rips.
got any other bands that you're excited to see this weekend?
I'm definitely excited for Misery Index and Bongzilla.
Oh, yeah.
Prong. I'm excited to see what Jost is going to bring. Belushi Speedball is up next over there, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And then there's a big lull, and then Joss is on at 9.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm pretty fucking stoked to see Maidenhead. If you guys haven't listened to them, I think they're one of the first bands to play tomorrow, and I'm pumped.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
So funny enough, we actually were just talking to King from Deceased. 40 years strong, dude. That guy,
That's crazy.
40
Wow.
years.
I'm
That
excited
guy's
to
got
see
some
them.
stories.
That'll be fun.
But they played at 810 over at the Wicked Road one.
Right behind us.
But
Literally,
man.
I
You
could
hear it
spit
from
there
here,
for
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, absolute legend, that guy.
Yeah.
He's the motor oil guy. He drank the motor oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a fucking
That's
legend.
insane. And he's not deceased, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? That's nuts.
He's the myth. He's the legend. He's
I love-
like the real deal.
I love when you hear those awesome you're like, are they real? Are they real stories? You hear all these band stories, urban
The lore.
legends from bands, and
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. Are there any other vendors that you're super stoked to see? Have you guys kind of walked around and seen some of these other guys?
We saw this one girl selling some random plants and stuff. Nilblog Trash and Treasures.
Yeah.
There's a salty bitch over there. She's got some stuff for sale. That's literally the name of her tent.
Yeah.
Salty bitch. Or salty ass jewelry. Stuff for assholes. I don't know,
Nice.
whatever. I just like to call her salty bitch, but whatever. But yeah, but there's tons of vendors. I haven't even seen them all yet.
If you had to, I'm gonna go ahead and assume you're a big horror guy.
I love horror.
All right, so if you had to introduce somebody to horror, what would be the movie?
Oof. I would say Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just because that's one of my favorites, and I saw it when I was young, and it scared the shit out of me, and it's still to this day, like, when I see certain scenes in that movie, I'm like, oh man, like, this could really happen. You know, this could really happen, guys.
Yeah.
Tim, what about you?
I would go with the movie that introduced me to horror, which is Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's older now and whatnot, but it still is awesome. It's crazy. It's nonstop, and I love Ash and all the blood. It's just awesome. Yeah.
What do you guys think of the horror genre now with all the crazy stuff that comes out nowadays? Like Long Legs, I hear a lot of decent things about that, you know.
That can be another podcast.
I mean,
you don't think Nicolas Cage does a good serial killer?
I did not like that movie. You know,
Yeah.
he was great. The movie.
Yeah.
I think I'm like in the last like 5 years, I think that the X trilogy really fucking that was a good one.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Pearl
best.
and Maxine
Like,
were fantastic.
yeah.
So with Shudder putting out original releases all the time and old stuff, I think there's some good stuff on there, big time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And the Terrifier series, while you love or hate those movies, they're bringing people to the theaters.
Yeah.
Just like Long Legs. Whether I love it or hate it, I like horror in the theaters. Original horror in the theaters.
Yeah.
I like it. So I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But there is stinkers out there, so beware.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
a lot of remakes, you know, not a lot of original ideas anymore.
Right. Yeah,
That
for sure.
Alien Romulus, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm interested. I haven't seen it yet,
I
but
haven't
I'm
seen it yet.
interested.
I've heard mixed reviews, but I'm a huge fan of the Alien series.
Yeah.
So
Also, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, the Beetlejuice. I heard that got a
It's
standing
fun.
ovation at the premiere.
Of course,
A standing ovation.
Doesn't every movie get a standing ovation though? Because it's the premiere.
We'll
I mean,
see.
what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
you know.
Just
I'm
gonna
still
sit
gonna
there.
see it, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
I want him to prove me wrong. You know, I want him
In
to.
theaters for only one day, huh?
I've learned that
Is
just
it really?
Yeah, in theaters for one day, I believe.
Oh wow.
Shit. Wow.
Kind of crazy. Weird move. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
Yeah, bold move.
Yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Well, hey, we appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
I hope you guys sell lots of stuff. I hope you guys
too.
enjoy RPM Fest.
Let's have a beer later. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
for sure.
Always down for a beer. You serious?
Excellent.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, travelers of the void. If you are here, it's because you are at the end of the first episode of the RPM Fest 2024 interviews of Whispers from the Void. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like hearing our beautiful voices and the beautiful voices of our guests. We had a shit ton of guests. It's fun. And we are doing a part 2 and a part 3 that will come in the next few weeks. So check it out. It will be out and I'll see you there. Cheers.